Angelo here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back viewers of my stream. So guys, this was a movie I did a trailer react to, and at first I was saying I like the fact that they're making the people look like who they're supposed to be, especially like I can't remember his name. Was it Yuan Shao? Yes, I think it was Yuan Shao. They had him like picture perfect. All of the characters roughly are in their armors. Again, not exactly what I thought, because it's hard to make some of these guys like 9 feet tall, like Guan Yu. No offense to that actor. When I saw him, I was like, this is not Guan Yu. Definitely not Guan Yu. But the spirit of him was Guan Yu. I'm not going to lie, the Liu Bei character guy, I mean, it's so weird. For me to really review this and talk about this movie, I want to say they were trying to do like a Lord of the Rings with this thing. And apparently it was like a $400 million budget. Super expensive. And I've learned a lot of things. If I was ever making movies, I know computer shots and computer graphics, CGI, whatever, that costs a lot of money. They used a lot of computer-enhanced graphics. In the background, you should see the trailer from Netflix playing in the background, and hopefully you'll see some of the upcoming shots where you see the three brothers, Zhang Fei, Guan Yu, and Liu Bei. They're fighting Lu Bu, and there's a lot of water shots. And I know that was in one opening of one of the, what was it? One of the games intros. But to constantly try and do that and put that in all of the this whole entire movie, and that's the problem. I think they messed up. If they were going to release it on Netflix, I understand they're trying to get that theater cash. Get it. Totally makes sense. The problem being is that this is meant to be a series. And there was a old anime back in the day. I think it was just called The Three Kingdoms or something like that. And I want to say it was around 80 to damn near 100 episodes. And it still barely covered everything that was in roughly the gist of The Three Kingdoms. And I want to say those episodes are at least 30 minutes each. And if you couldn't even explain all of it, this movie is so scatterbrained is the best way I can describe it, because it literally jumps from the Yellow Turban Rebellion, which is usually the first campaign in all Dynasty Warriors games, and then it just kind of goes into Cao Cao's journey, his rise, which was cool, but then they jump to the three brothers, and they don't even show them, you know, making their promise under the, oh man, I forgot what kind of tree it was. Sorry, you'll have to forgive me. I'm doing all this stuff off the top of my head. But the lore for the Three Kingdoms is just so huge. It is gigantic, and it is hard to, I mean, I think at best the runtime on this movie was 2 hours. And again, there was a series made in like the 80s, 90s. How can you fit all of that lore, all of that information, I mean, the action alone, how can you fit all that in 2 hours? And again, you really needed to watch your spending budget with the CGI. Now, getting some weird things, you know, if you're a fan of the game, I want to say you should at least kind of enjoy it. You'll definitely be like, oh, I know that. That's Dong Zhuo. Oh, I know that's Lu Bu. Although that doesn't really look like Lu Bu. But then when you finally see him have the cockroach headgear, then you're like, okay, now that's Lu Bu. I'll take that. And then there's a really good scene where this serves like as a precursor for before the Three Kingdoms exist. Does that make sense? This is like all taking place right before you get, you know, the Wei, the Wu, and the Shu. Before any of those become anything, that's what this movie takes place. So it's like prequel Dynasty Warriors, I guess you can say, because it all takes place mainly in Yellow Turban Rebellion, and they try to get like character arcs with all the three main characters, but you don't get any outside of basically glorified cameos, because I don't think any of the Sun Jian, you see Sun Quan as a kid, and you see Sun Se, or Sun Saku, I believe is how they said it in Japanese, but you see them, but they don't say anything. You know, as far as like cosplay and getting their look right, look is perfect. And like I said, if you're a fan of the series, I think you'll enjoy the ending. And there's a middle scene basically where there's like a one-man challenge where I'm sure you killed the general or whoever in in the video games when you're trying to get to Hulao Gate, but I don't know who was it. Hulao Gate? I think it is Hulao Gate. When you're trying to fight to Hulao Gate, I think he's probably the guy that you have to break through, and after that, then you can continue on to the March of the Capital, where then it branches off, and you get the Wu. Sun Jian gets the Imperial Seal, and then like Cao Cao just leaves. Because he said that he won't be the first person in, due to their alliance and everything. It again, super convoluted, super hard to. If you don't know the actual material and what the hell's going on, by the time the credits roll, you're literally going to be sitting there going, so what happened? And then they jump around. And then literally at the very end, it's like setting up Dia Chao or Diao Chen. I forgot her name, but, the love interest, supposedly the wife. I'm not exactly sure. Again, the lore, is in the games and what's actually in history, I'm forgetting. But Lu Bu encounters Diao Chao. I think that's her name. God, forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. I thought it was Diao Chao. I never used her, so I can't really. I know she has depends on what game. Either she has ribbons or she has sticks with balls on the ends. Dancing things. I don't know. But yeah, Diao Chao is not exactly my play style. Okay, but everybody knows Lu Bu. I felt he was covered roughly about correctly. Not as menacing as I thought, but again, how are you going to find a 20-foot tall dude? Because Lu Bu is basically that. And I'm just glad they didn't make him just sound like the way his English dub sounds like, "Rawr, I am Lu Bu, fear me." Don't get me wrong, I love the English voice acting as much as the next guy that wants a good laugh. But hey, I will say one last gripe before I end my review, but it's weird because they did a whole Lady of the Lake thing, but it's Lady of the Mist Force. Now, I could just be completely missing it, but last time I played Dynasty Warriors, I know that Sun Ce had some shit happen to him in the mist of a forest during the boar hunt, which is what leads to his eventual assassination, but I don't recall people getting their famous weapons through the Lady of the Forest. And that's how Cao Cao gets his weapon. That's how Liu Bei. That's how Zhang Fei. How Guan Yu. And that's how. Oh, Lu Bu also got his weapon there. His halberd. I forgot what it was called. But yeah, Heaven's Halberd maybe. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments below. I did not even know this movie was released. It was released on July 1st. I mean, outside of that one time I saw that commercial or that trailer on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, I'll check it out eventually. Had no idea when it was released. Now I finally got a chance to watch it, but here's the problem. Like I said, it doesn't explain anything, really. And outside of the whole one-on-one combat, when it's one-on-one combat, I actually liked it. I thought they had a really good action director. I thought it was really cool. But then the weird part is that then they get to the end where then they went away from the actual combat, where they had the one-on-one duels. Sorry, I forgot the guy's name. But then Guan Yu proves himself there, which, again, perfect. It's a good way, but it's too much. It's maybe not enough action. Too much, political and, backstage or, just overall thieving and conniving and working your way to the top to be the new guy. And it's, like I said, I feel there's just too many stories. If they stuck with one main character, but I feel like everyone's the main character in the end. The only person I feel got really shortchanged outside of all of Wu and future Shu people was what was it? Was Zhang Fei. Because he doesn't really get any moment to shine. Outside of just being the loud brother. And he's not even drinking that much. And I will admit, his costume design was a little off. I know that Zhang Fei wasn't the fittest dude, but it looks like they gave him an overly exaggerated fat man gut. But anyway, guys, you let me know in the comments below what you think. But before that, of course, my rating. I will give it, and now we're still keeping to my review. Out of 10, I don't think it's a full resident sleeper. I'll give it 2 out of 10 awesome Weskers, Pengus, and only, okay.
I think not.
It's tough to say. I want to say 2. It's not Resident Sleeper, though. I was actually paying attention. Man, it's tough to say. So on the spot, all right, I'm gonna give it a little bit more, but because I was just kind of lost with it, I'm gonna give it middle of the road. I was gonna say 2, but I feel that's kind of rough. I'll give it 5.
Not bad.
5 Weskers, 5 Pengus.
You're getting better.
And even a little hell yeah at the end there.
Hell yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys saw it, but like I said, just because it's just overall chronologically, I don't know where the hell it happens. And then they set you up with Lu Bu and Diao Chan, and then it just says a few years later. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened? I mean, are they going to make a second one? I don't know. If they do, I mean, kind of go somewhere or make it a Netflix series. You're already on Netflix. Make it a series and go from there, because I think the way it is right now, it's not meant for movies. Like I said, there was that one old 80s, 90s series, and that was like 80 to 100 episodes already, and even that did not cover everything. I don't think that thing covered the Jin part of history, but it covered majority of it up to, yeah, almost to Jin. That's 80 to a possible 100 episodes. So, there you guys go. Review went a little longer than I wanted, but let me know in the comments below. Have you guys watched it? What'd you think of it? Are you a fan of the game? Fan of the movie? Agree that this should probably be a series? And what was your rating? Thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys out there. Later.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!